Hi everyone. I think I'm a little bit early. I think I hit the button early. Can y'all hear me? I'm got a different setup tonight. Yay! Here we are. And Noreen is on here. Thank you, Gina, my moderators. I really appreciate you guys. Let me put my camera, my phone on. Oh, I should have probably already done that. I meant to put it on airplane mode. Can y'all hear Bandit growling at me? He has to be up here with me tonight. And I gave him a bone thinking that that would like give him something to do. But I forgot. We're kind of tight quarters and he's not liking it too much. He'll be okay. He'll get used. He's wondering right now who I'm talking to and why. And if he's doing something wrong, he'll get over it. But thanks everyone for joining us. He's going to take his bone and go down. Oops, there it is. It fell. Uh-oh, we're fixing to have an incident on live TV. It went down there, buddy. I got to get his bone, y'all. I threw it to him, and it went down. Here it is. Here it is. There we go. Oh, you can tell how prepared I am. I'm traveling, and it's killing me. Not killing me. I shouldn't say that. You know, you guys know what I'm meaning. But, so I have my setup here tonight, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, good, you see me. Can you hear me? I can't tell. I've got the camera kind of far away, so I've got my laptop up. So I'm recording over there, but I got my laptop up. I don't know what Bandit's doing. Let me give him his bone there and see if he wants it there. Yeah, he just wanted away from my noise. He doesn't like it when I talk loud. Okay, the nomadic healer says yes. Oh, hi, Bridget. I need to make you a moderator, a modulator. Well, it's cute. It won't quit scrolling. I can't get there. Hold on. How's everybody doing? Nope. Nope. There. All right. I think I got it. So, Bridget, you should now be a moderator, and thank you for joining us as a moderator. And my friend Connie, if you are on here, she has agreed to be a moderator. Each one does something different for me, and so that we have different ones. And look at all you guys on here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Randy, for letting me know that, Randy Cooper. So yes, I really appreciate it. So I had somebody say that they don't like live. Oh, and by the way, this is my bedroom. We're doing Friday Night Live, guys. I'm already ready. I've got my long johns on. It's cold here where I'm camped, and I'm just already snuggled up in bed. And I'll have to put my boots on and coat and everything, and take Bandit for a walk later, of course. And now he's settled down and eating his bone, but he's off camera. But that's okay. Let's see. So anyway, somebody told me that they don't like the live chats because they don't have topics. So I made sure that I had topics tonight, but I want you to know, hi Linda, glad that you're on here. I want you to know that I can see, but I have to look down here on my laptop. See, I have my laptop and everything on my tray, so that I can talk to you guys. And Patty and John are in Missouri. How about that? And Joan, thank you for reminding people to hit the button. Let's see. So I've got my topics. So I'm watching you guys on here, and I've got my topics on my iPad. And I'm recording, or you're watching me with my phone that's on the opposite wall. And this setup really works for me, so I'm so glad that I figured this all out. It took me 2 hours, you guys, to figure this out. And then I didn't think about giving Bandit his bone, but and what that does to him when he has food. But that's okay. He's happy, and I wish you guys could see him. He's just gnawing away on his bone. He just didn't want to be in his bed and here by me with me talking so loud. So anyway, that's all right. He might come back up. You want to come up here? You want to come up here? He's like, no, I'm going to do my bone. Okay, so It is a lot of tech. Hi, Robert. Glad that you made it and got through with your work today to be able to join us. It's a lot of tech, and I figured it out. And I'm using a new holder, that thing, Robert, that you told me to get on Amazon, and I've got it attached to my my closet, my bookcase at the end of my bed, and it's just working just lovely. So I'm all set up, and I get to be comfortable and talk to you guys. I hope everybody has had a beautiful day. I'm going to look and see what my topic is now, or what my first topic. Oh, 2020 Epic Road Trip Updates. Aw, thank you, Patricia. Thanks for being you, sweetheart. That is so cute. That's adorable. How did you do that? Thank you, Patricia. I sure hope I get to see you on this 2020 Epic Road Trip, speaking of which. The first thing I want to tell you guys is Starbucks is my new best friend. Oh my gosh, somebody gave me a Starbucks card that I can reload. They gave it to me for Christmas and put some money on it. And so I have been going to Starbucks, and that's what's gotten me down the road, because I'm not used to driving, and you think this is a lot of tech and stuff to keep track of. Oh my gosh, all this driving I'm doing and everything. And I was supposed to be somewhere tomorrow, but I postponed it for a day because I need a day of rest. And I'm only driving like 2 hours a day, so it's not like I'm doing a lot. But I have some layovers in between there where I get to see some stuff. So anyway, I just keep looking at that little the tip that Patricia sent, that little thing that says thanks for being you. It's so cute. Thank you. Anyway, so because I'm only not supposed to, but I have it planned where I'm driving 2 hours a day. But what has happened is, like, all right, for example, last night I got to where I was going to stay, and it was a rest area that was sandwiched between a highway and the biggest federal prison I've ever seen in my life. And it was so noisy and so cold, and there was no internet. And so it's like, okay, there's no way I'm staying here. And so I got I got done what I had to do, and I drove on down the road, and the next place was another 2 hours away. And Google has these things when they tell you that you're going to travel. I'm trying to keep an eye on what everybody's saying, as well as sharing with you guys. And y'all talk amongst yourselves. I feel like that old Saturday Night Live things, talk amongst yourselves. But my thing isn't scrolling. I don't have anything new. I don't know why. Oh, good, Kat. Yes, I am going through Ohio. And what I ask everybody, I'm going to jump off topic and answer Kat about going through Ohio. And I'll talk about that in a minute. And it's I'll just do it as part of my 2020 updates now before I forget that. Please, if you want to see me, and I'm going to tell you about some mini meetups here in a minute, but if you want to see me, be sure and email me, because I won't be able to track it on here. It gets too lost. Email me at tbivangirl@gmail.com, and Robert, if you'll put that email address up, I'd appreciate it. And let me know where you are, and I'll see if I can work it in. I can't make any promises, because I got some surprises for you coming up about meetups, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So thank you, Kat. I appreciate you saying that. So anyway, so Google does this thing where they do all of their estimated times based on the speed limit. Oh my God, I went through this area where the speed limit is 80 miles per hour. I'm not going to do 80 miles per hour. So I'm slower anyway. And plus, when I stop to get gas and stuff, it takes me forever, because I have to think of everything and go through my checklist and all of that. And so what was a 2-hour trip didn't take me 2 hours. And then I had to go an additional 2 hours, which didn't take me 2 hours. I traveled for 7 hours yesterday, y'all. Starbucks is my new best friend. That's all I'm saying. It was like I was driving down the road. I was looking like that. I'm geeky. Yes, Pappy, I know. I love that. So y'all email me, and let's see what else. Oh, and because I know, Giselle, right? It was like 7 hours in Starbucks, man. But I got here and I'm taking another day off tomorrow. And I have a spreadsheet that I keep updated on my travel plans for my friends and family that are expecting me, so that they know when I do changes like that. Yes, Gina, it was 7 hours and I only went 4 hours down the road according to Google. But that's just how it is when you travel and you're disabled. And as you well know, Gina, it just everything just takes longer, but it's okay. I'm going to come back to next thing that I want to tell you about. I see that Freedom Dove is asking me, will you be going through Indiana? And Freedom Dove, I'm going to be answering one of your questions tonight in my viewer answers. I don't know. I have to look at my spreadsheet every day to see where I'm going, because I don't have the memory retention and if you're new to my channel, it's because I have a brain injury. And so I don't have that memory retention. I don't know whether I'm going through Indiana or not. Freedom Dove, like I said earlier, if anybody is new on the chat and didn't hear me, if you want to know about my schedule or if you want to try to meet up, please email me. That's the best way for me to take care of that. And yeah, Maine, another one that's 80 miles per hour. I just can't do that. Yeah, latte. I tell you what, I love those Starbucks. I didn't know that Starbucks would be my best friend on this trip. And the way I am doing this trip, because it is so, I don't want to make it negative, because it's not, but it's difficult, it's challenging when you have a disability, and I think it might be for anyone when you're doing something new and going to new places but I've been a nomad now for 5 years, so it's not like traveling is new for me. But it's a lot of stuff to juggle and a lot of balls to keep in the air. And so I'm literally doing this trip, y'all, 1 hour at a time, and I just do the next right thing. I can't think about way ahead, or I get freaked out and overwhelmed. I can't think too far beyond the day after. That's why I don't even know my schedule. One, I can't retain it, and two, I can't think about it because I get freaked out. And I can't worry about my health issues and everything, because then I get freaked out and overwhelmed. Anyway, I just thank you, Freedom Dove. I just can't. I'm 1 hour at a time. I've planned this out as much as I can, because I have to, weather-wise and mileage-wise, not to mention budget. Oh my God. And, I'm on Social Security, and I just want to I'm going to do a side note here in, Kentucky. Yay, Brenda. Oh, that's one of the things I'm going to share with y'all tonight. Something about Bandit and horses. But, I'm sorry, squirrel, something caught my attention and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Social Security. I just want to do a side note and say that I know there are a lot of people living on Social Security and fixed low incomes. And, I cannot even live in subsidized housing on my budget and my income right now. And so I'm so grateful for Fancy Free. Isn't she beautiful? I'm so grateful for Fancy Free and for this life and for the freedom that I'm able to have. And I'm doing this with my gas and groceries on a very strict budget, cheaper than I could living in subsidized housing. And I can barely make it. And so every mile is calculated not only for the weather, but for my budget. And so I can't get off track too much, and I can't speed up too much. But I just want to say I have a new respect for those that just do this day in and day out. And for those of us on Social Security and retirement and that are doing this deal, and I just want to say I'm grateful to be a nomad, and I'm grateful for Fancy Free, and I'm just grateful for this lifestyle that is giving me a life and keeping me independent and free. And I just had to say that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And so I'm doing this thing, I'm doing this deal, I'm doing this 2020 epic road trip, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one thing at a time. That's the only way I can do it. And I am going to start putting hashtags on Instagram of 2020 epic road trip. And so I'm going to go back now that I've got a little bit of space and feel safe to start kind of journaling on Instagram, probably starting in next week, or I don't know, the next week, 7 to 10 days, about my journey. And so you guys will be able to see that. Let me see if I can catch up. All right. And let's see. There's too much I'm behind on. I'm sorry. 2020 epic road trip. Thank you, Robert. And Lake Florida. I'm going to be coming, Lake Florida. I'm going to be coming through there, I think. Y'all are talking to each other like I asked you to. I just love that. That makes me so happy. Oh my goodness, the ice cracking. And I thought it was cold here. I need to close this. I forgot. The sun went down and I forgot to close up that vent, and it'll get really cold. It's going to be in the 20s here where I am tonight. Okay, so are y'all ready for Bandit updates? Everybody doing good out there? Hey, Leslie's on here. Everybody, Leslie MB is my bestie y'all always hear about, and my original trustee before David took over, because that girl has an international career and 2 beautiful daughters and took care of her dad. And I just love you, Leslie, and it just makes me so happy when you are still in, I mean, not when you are still involved in my life, but makes me so happy that I have such wonderful earth angels, and when they show up for me on things that I do online, it makes me so happy. So thank you. So Bandit updates. Are y'all ready for some Bandit updates? I wish y'all could see him, but I know if I try to move that phone and show you, he's right down here, and I can't get too close to him because he'll bite me. But when he's eating, but yeah, y'all say hi to Leslie. That's so cool. I appreciate that. Okay, so Bandit updates. I am going to do a video and tell his story, because I realized that I've been doing it in bits and pieces on different videos, but there's not one dedicated video about Bandit. And so I'm going to do that, and at the same time I am going to kick off an Instagram. He's going to be one of those dogs on Instagram, or Instagram dogs, or I forget how it goes. But anyway, and he already has like 7 followers or something like that, and I haven't even put up anything yet, and I won't until I get the video done. But his page, his Instagram page is, and Robert, you can go ahead and put it up if you want to. It just doesn't have anything on there yet. But it is Bandit the Nomad Wonder Dog. And I will eventually, I hope, write a book about it too, because his story is just so amazing, and it parallels mine and our journey together, and being out here and being nomads together and healing together. Yes, Leslie, that's it. Dogs of Instagram. And his is Bandit the Nomad Wonder Dog, and I'm going to tie that into a book, and so that's exciting. And I say that I'm going to tie that into a book. I haven't been able to write because it is consuming me to keep up with YouTube and Patreon. And thank you, patrons that are on here. I could not do this without that little bit of extra income. And you guys, YouTube, people think people that are on YouTube are getting rich. I think my income this month off of YouTube, I looked the other day, and it's going to be like $105. Now that's $105 I wouldn't have, and I'm very grateful for, but just don't be thinking people are out here getting rich on YouTube. And I am grateful for that. But it is between that and traveling and training and keeping up with Bandit and taking care of me, it is consuming, and I haven't had time to write. And so y'all keep me in your prayers for that, because writing fills my soul, and I've got so many books I want to write, and that I have outlined, and I just need the butt time to sit down and do it. And I'm so grateful that I can still write. I can't read comprehension, and I can't do math, but I can still write, and so I'm very grateful for that. Mike's on here. That's my cousin. Y'all know that because you're already saying hi to him. I'm behind the times. And yeah, it's pretty sad, but I'm grateful for it, because I couldn't, those Starbucks that got me 7 hours down the road yesterday, I wouldn't be able to do that without my wonderful viewers and my patrons. And so thank you all very, very, very much. Okay, I got one more update for you on Bandit, and if it's TMI, Y'all tell me, and I know, Gina, butt time. I need butt time to write. That's just all there is to it. But I don't get butt time between, well, I mean, I'm on the computer doing YouTube, but I'm also out filming and taking care of Bandit and driving and everything. It's been crazy. But, no, I can't do audio notes because that means I'm multitasking, and I can't multitask anymore. That's why I go squirrel and y'all lose me for a while. But Freedom Dove, that's an excellent idea. Keep coming up with ideas, you guys, because you never know what might land that might help me, and I appreciate that. I used to do that. I used to do audio notes while I was driving for in my career. and my assistants, I had 3 assistants, and they hated it because it was, I would get to the office and always give it to them, and they were like, she's been driving and she made audio notes. Oh, I'll take that, Me the Wonder Cat. Thank you. I hope I don't have another 7-hour day, but you never know, I might. Now, I appreciate that. I'll take it because I love that Starbucks is what got me through yesterday. That and talking to my friends on the phone, and you know who you are. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to share something about Bandit. And hi, Sandy. I see that you're in Blythe and joined my videos. Thank you, and I hope to meet you too. I'll be in Ohio. Shoot, see, squirrel. Forgot what I was saying. I just love this setup. I hope y'all do too. I get to be comfortable and talk to you. All right. So if this is TMI about Bandit, y'all just let me know. Yes, Peaches, I love that idea, but I you know what? I took 1 week off. Peaches, I love that idea, and I might do that. But I took 1 week off from YouTube, you guys, and my numbers were on an incline, and they not only dropped off, they went down, and I lost probably 150 subscribers in that week. And the views on each video, it went down by like a 90%. And so YouTube isn't a medium where you can take off and just bounce back. Now, I think after you get to a certain size, you might be able to do that. But it cost me so badly to take that week off that I'm really starting over on analytics and numbers and everything on YouTube. So I may have to do that for my own mental health and to be able to write and everything. But boy, I tell you, it's costly to do that. And yeah, Gina, it was crazy. I mean, but it tanked. It absolutely tanked. And I didn't put something on Patreon for 3 days, just 3 days while I got on the road and everything. And I lost 4 patrons because I wasn't posting on Patreon. So it is a demanding forum that is also so rewarding. But if you're thinking about starting a channel or thinking about doing this as additional income, I encourage you that you have to get something out of the connection. I mean, you guys keep me going. I was teasing. I mean, I'm not teasing. Starbucks kept me going yesterday and talking to my friends. But what keeps me going on sharing things is the connection. I never knew it would be so rewarding, and all of the wonderful people that I've met, lifelong friends and heartfelt connections, and my life is richer beyond measure than I ever thought it could be. And I don't care what anyone says about the internet and people being on their phone all the time, and I know that there's a time and a place for that. But my life is so much richer, and I've met so many of you in person, and I have friends today that I wouldn't have if it weren't for social media and YouTube, and now my patrons that I call my KOKO family because that's what they are. And so I just love it. But you have to be ready and willing to jump in and do that if you're planning on. You just got to be committed, and you got to have something back. You can't do it for the money. It has to be a different reason, I believe. So enough about that. I got sidetracked and I didn't mean to. Oh, you know why I think I'm hedging? Because I don't know whether to share this or not about Bandit, but I'm going to. Okay, so we were out for a walk, and yeah, Sue, I'm glad you're here. And oh, thank you. Back to Bandit, please. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so off track. Okay, back to Bandit. I was out taking him for a walk. I won't look at my screen again so I don't get distracted. So I was out taking him for a walk, and I saw these horses up ahead. Now, they're in a field and behind a fence and everything, and I could tell they were very tame. And I don't know what Bandit has experienced and what he hasn't. And I thought, here is a good chance. There's no vehicles around. There's no loud noise. I need to see how he's going to react to horses, because part of his training and conditioning is getting him used to new things and helping him understand that he's safe at all times with me. And so we approached these horses, and as we got closer, he didn't really see them. He didn't notice them. They were standing frozen looking at us, you know, and their ears, one ear, I think, twitched on one of them, and that was about it. They weren't even swishing their tails or anything. And we got a little close, not too close, but I mean, we were getting closer. So I picked him up, and about the time I picked him up, it gave him enough height. He saw them. Oh, Pamela, thank you, sweetheart. And look, there's another fan. Those things are so cute that you guys are doing. I don't know how you're doing that, but between the super chat tip and those little cartoon things, y'all are making my day. Thank you. This is so lovely. Anyway, so I picked him up, and I'm holding him, and he peed on me. He got so scared, bless his heart. I just love this little dog. But I was like, oh my God. So I'm holding it out, him, and I turn so that he doesn't get scared because I'm holding him out. And I put him on the ground, and he went ballistic. And so I start walking away from the horses, and I didn't get very close to them. I wasn't going to do that to them. But, that's right, Cindy. We did meet through social media, and I said I wasn't going to look, but I did. And so I have my cousins even because of social media. Anyway, so my dog went ballistic, and I turned and I looked, and the horses were just like, well, what's his problem? They were so awesome. It was a herd of about 7, and a couple of them came closer to the fence, and they were really worried, checking on him. So I let Bandit settle down, and I let him start sniffing around, and we spent about an hour. You guys, my legs were so tired, I got wobbly legs, because what I started doing was walking past them and letting him do his stuff, but just keep walking, turn around and come back, walk past them this way, go a little ways, turn around and come back. And we did that for over an hour. And my little dog, I'm so proud of him. He got to where he'd be like, "Roof," every now and then. And then he got to where he'd walk by and he'd forget, and then he'd turn and he'd look at him. But I got as much of it on video as I could because I'm walking with one, you know, I didn't have my, I didn't think to take my selfie stick with me or anything. So I'm like doing it on camera. But he got to where he after about an hour, walking and turning, he got to where he was walking by them with no problem. And I mean, every time they would move or something or change positions and we came back by, he would lose it a little bit, and then we'd go back by and he'd be okay. But he got through that. And for him to have been so scared that he peed on me, and then to get to where he could walk by them, I was really proud of him. And so I'm sorry if that's TMI, but I just had to share that. And I'm really proud of him. And so, okay, so I'm gonna see what's next on my, and I don't want to, I'll just keep talking and I'll run us over. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but start running up, bark and run away. Oh yeah, I didn't want him doing anything to terrorize the horses. So, oh, thank you, Freedom Dove. And yes, oh, thank you, Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Dennis is my good friend, you guys. And y'all met him in my balloon festival video when he drove me and Bandit to see my friends at the balloon festival. And let's see, I hope Bandit is a lucky boy. He's got a long ways to go, but he's coming along. And I just, y'all can hear him growling at me because I'm changing, and I should never have given him a bone. Can you hear him growling? Can you hear him growling at me? He's growling at me because I changed position and he has a bone. He doesn't know what I'm doing. So, I don't know what he's doing now. He's just sitting there growling and I'm not doing anything. So yeah, too cute for words. Hi Paula, glad to see you on there. And he'll get there. And it was stupid of me to give him a bone. That's what I would have done for my other dogs, Nani and Bentley, is giving them something to occupy them while I was on the video. But I forgot it's Bandit, and I can't give him food in a treat like that, it just willy-nilly. And I had a friend the other day that came to visit, and he gave his dog a bone right outside the van with Bandit, and I thought, oh Lord. We ended up having to take it up, but it's like I just anyway, just couldn't I shouldn't have given him a bone. So anyway, that's the Bandit update. All right, so I said that I was going to, yes, the nomadic healer, slow and steady. He'll get over it, ignore him. I hope he gets over it. It's a pretty big, not a big bone that I gave him, but one of those that's going to take a while to eat. And he's in my bed. I guess I won't be going to sleep anytime soon. And when Bandit the Survivor, I like Bandit the Thriver better. Just like, but thank you, away we go. That's true. But just like I like TBI Thriver instead of TBI Survivor, but I like that. That's pretty good. Thank you. I'll borrow that. Bandit the Thriver and Bandit the Wonder Nomad Dog. That's his Instagram page. And so let's see. Oh, you guys, Elizabeth, Elan 2005, that's my beautiful niece, Elizabeth, and as far as I know, Elizabeth, this is, if I remember correctly, the first time I've known that you're on my live chat with me. Thank you, my darling. Y'all haven't seen them on my video where I went to the Albuquerque Balloon Festival to meet them yet. That'll be coming up. I'm mixing it in with another another video. I'm skipping because my dog's growling at me. Okay, and I'm worried about getting off, when I get through with the video, getting off the bed and him not biting me, because when I move, he's going to get me. So, anyway, from Arkansas, I used to live in Arkansas. Hi, Tony. Long Island, lunch on, I don't know if I could do Long Island traffic, but that just sounds lovely. And I love your name, Snickers. Girl, New York, I bet. Hi, Lone Star Travelers, waving back at you. All right, I'm going to answer 4 viewer questions, and I encourage everybody, every Friday night, I'm going to have a live chat. Friday night live chat. So Friday night lives, as long as I have a signal, there will be times like where I'm going next, I won't even have phone signal. So there will be times I might not be able to do a Friday night live, but as long as I have a signal that can handle streaming, I will be doing a Friday night live. So I encourage you to ask me questions, and I might just pick your question to answer on Friday night live. And I have four tonight that I'm going to do. Yes, Gina, I did forget that. And I have I have pillows right here. I don't want to use my Nonnykins pillow, but it would have to come from this side. I don't think that one's big enough. Thank you, Gina. I'll remember that. I'll figure something. Oh, yes, I can toss something to the end of the bed, get his attention long enough, because I can grab his bed and put between us. That's what I'll do, because I won't have time to get a pillow from behind my back. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Now I'm not so scared. Thank you. Okay, so the first viewer question I'm going to answer is from, for those not tracking you, tell us where you are now. Oh, no, Michael, I'm not going to say on the World Wide Web where I am now. I can't do that. Especially after I had death threats a couple of years ago. I just can't do that. And again, oh, hi, Rob. Rob is a friend of mine since the 90s, you guys. And he just came through, he went to the RTR and came through and I got to see him. So look at this. It's all awesomeness. Yes, for safety reasons, the nomadic healer, I just can't do that. Okay, so no, speaking of the nomadic healer, Bridget, my patron and friend, she asked, because I've been doing I started a new series called Nomad Quick Tips. It's a new playlist series on my channel, and I've only done 2 videos on it so far. But I was talking about when you have to stealth camp. I don't recommend. There are people that stealth camp and do it and work for years, especially when they get close to retirement. Like I was talking about living off of Social Security, they will live in their rig and stealth camp in the city to save up for their retirement and everything. And my hat is off to you. Not tonight because my hair's a mess. But my hat is off to you for being able to do that. Stealth camping in the city makes me mental. Urban camping makes me mental. Urban camping is where you're out in plain sight. That's where you're camped somewhere in the city where you have approval, where it's legal. Stealth camping, you should never park anywhere where it's not legal. If there's ordinances or laws, don't do it. But it's where if you find yourself in a pinch and you may have to park. I'm going to be doing a video coming up about places to park, but you can Google it. And Robert has a Lifestyle Nomad 101 course that lists all the places, and I'll be doing that as well. But the nomadic healer, Bridget asked me, what do you do if you have barking dogs? Oh, look at there, Sunni Ross. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. And Sunny, thank you. That's a lot of money. And so I got to tell you, it's the end of the month and the first falls on the weekend. And so I won't get my check for a while. And that's another reason why I delayed moving another day. And you guys have just made my night. Thank you so much. That's lovely. And I'm like, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, what do you do? And thank you again. What do you do if your dog's barking or you have, because you can't stealth camp. I mean, you can't be stealth and your dog's barking. And so I have been working really hard with Bandit. We had coyotes. I put in a video one night. We had coyotes surround the van, and I was on that video. You could hear the coyotes in the background. I don't remember what video it was, but you could hear the coyotes in the background. And I'm comforting Bandit and telling him, shh, no, quiet. Or I tell him no barking now. He has to know that when I tell him it's okay, he can't bark, and I have to get him conditioned to where he doesn't bark at every little thing. And I learned how to do that with my late 2 dogs that I lost in 2017, because we used to do through hikes when I would get off for a weekend. I often didn't have a whole weekend off, but if I had a whole weekend off, I would take them, and we went out as far out as we could and went through hiking. And when you're through hiking with dogs, they can't bark at everything. When you're in a tent at night with dogs, you don't want them barking at everything. And so I start with a spray bottle of bitter apple. That's what it's called. Petco doesn't often have it, but PetSmart usually does. It's called bitter apple, and it comes in a big bottle, and so I put it down into a little bitty bottle and start with that, no barky or whatever your command's going to be, and spray. And every time he barks at something, I will check to make sure whether or not it's something he needs to be barking at. But he has got to learn not to bark. And he's getting to where he will be outside and he watches people go by and he doesn't bark. Now, if it's another dog, forget about it. We're still working on that. But it's constant training, because if you're going to travel with a dog, and if you ever think you're going to urban camp or stealth camp, your dogs, you got to teach them not to bark. And to be honest with you, it's no fun for anybody camped with somebody that has barking dogs. And so we're working on that, and he's getting good. He'll sit and look out the window out back and watch people go by and not bark. But if he's outside on tether and I'm inside, about probably 80% of the time he'll still bark. But I can say no barky, and he'll come in, and I have treats ready in the front and the back of the van to give him, so that when I say no barky and he comes in and gets a treat, and then he has to stay in for a while, you would think that that trains him to bark and then he can come in and get a treat, but it doesn't. At least for Bandit, it is working. And so then he'll go sit at the door, and he likes to sit on the stoop. I don't know why, but he likes to sit on the stoop and then watch them go by. And so we're just constantly working on it. So yeah, that is an issue if you're traveling with dogs and trying to do that. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Valerie Lawson. I can't. My glasses aren't good enough to see that. That video with Asha was that getting to go with Asha on that ride was just tons and tons of fun. Yay! Another Starbucks to go down the road. I just love it. Away we go. Coffee. You guys, I'm telling you, this will help so much, because you know what it's like if you're not on a limited income. You know somebody who is, and when you're on Social Security and stuff like that, you don't get to do a lot of treats unless you have extra help. And so literally, you guys are making this trip stress-free, carefree, and fun for me. Thank you, Lauri, and away we go. That is just awesomeness. Away we go. Your picture looks familiar. I got to figure out why. If we know each other, let me know. Oh, Lucretia, do I know? Your picture looks so familiar. I'll figure it out after I hang up. Okay, so I'm going to go on to, and thanks again, you guys. I'm going to go on to the Atlanta, Georgia. I'll be coming through Atlanta, I think, I don't know. I shouldn't say for sure without my spreadsheet in front of me. Okay, Rhonda Davis asked, she said hats and nomads are out in the sun a lot, and we are. And she says hats are always a good idea, and yes, they are. I have a big hat. It's down at the foot of my bed, and I've got a baseball cap, and I've got a visor. And so hats are always a good idea. But she said, what is your favorite sunscreen? And I wear Neutrogena sunscreen. I put on the back of my hands, and I put on my tattoo every day. And then I wear, I enjoy Neutrogena. I wear Neutrogena Babyface SPF 50 on my face. And I learned for me, I have to have face sunscreen, and Babyface sunscreen is even better, because if it gets in my eyes, it can wipe me out for an entire day. So the sunscreen I use has to be a Babyface sunscreen, both those, baby and face. And so I use Neutrogena SPF 50 Babyface sunscreen on my face, and I use Neutrogena on the back of my hands and my arm. Oh, and especially I'll lather this arm up when I'm driving, because it's always over there on the driver's door. So I hope that answered that. All right, Sea Lions wants to know, and this cracked me up, Sea Lions. So thank you for asking this, but it cracked me up. She said, I'm looking good and wants to know if I'm on a new diet or using new beauty products. And tonight, you guys, y'all got me. Like I said, I'm in my bedroom, so y'all just get me like you got me tonight. I appreciate that. I am doing a new diet, but it's not a new diet. I read the book, The Carnivore Diet by Sean Baker, S-E-A-N is how you spell Sean Baker, MD. And it has so much scientific, and I'm a biologist, and I shouldn't say I read his book. I follow him on Instagram, and he puts up enough snippets of his book, and I've had a couple of people that read his book and shared things with me. And I follow him daily on Instagram. It's Sean Baker something on Instagram. It convinced me enough after I was in the hospital in, I believe it was July or August, I can't remember now, and I had stomach sepsis. It convinced me enough to change to a 95% carnivore diet, beef, in August, and it has changed my life. And when I go off of that, which every now and then you just got to do what you got to do. And I got to go my friend Dennis treated me to a wonderful dinner the other night at the Olive Garden, and thanks again, Dennis. It was my kickoff for my trip, and it was such a blessing and such a treat. But I got off my diet, and I can do that every now and then, but if I do that too much, I pay for it. And it's just because of my system and the way my system works, and I've been doing that, and it has just been marvelous. So that's just my story and what works for me. I'm not touting that at all, but if you want that book, I highly recommend looking it up and reading it, The Carnivore Diet by Shawn Baker, MD. So there you go. And my fourth and final question is from Freedom Dove. She says, what happened to your hair? It's not fluffy and curly anymore. Look! I spend most of my time lately. I've been so cold. And by the way, I don't know if Teresa Off the Hook for You is on here or not tonight, but and Jack, her wonderful husband, who's gone through so much lately, she made me this and the gloves and everything that go with it. But I wear so many hats lately, and I think also Aricept, my new medicine that I've been taking for my brain injury and symptoms, is changing my hair, I think. And I went and got it, when I went to the salon this last time, I don't think she used something very good, and so my poor hair, I think, is recovering. But anyway, I hope it gets back to being fluffy and curly, but you never know. If I keep smashing hats on it, it might not. So, let's see. Thank you, Lone Star Travelers. Yes, Noreen, it's working immensely, and I might write about that or do a video on it sometime, but not right now. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up and seeing what all I missed. Sorry. Wouldn't want truckers harm. That's true, Michael. And let's see. Okay. I'm missing a lot. I don't think I can catch up. I'm missing too much. So let's see. I'm going to see what else is on my. Oh, I only have. I'm going to talk about my 2020 meetups. Okay, so you guys, my quartzsite meetup, and I'm going to call it my 2020 KOKO gathering. I'm on the fence about it, but here's why. It's because I'm thinking about doing seven. Look at that, Isabelle. Much love to you. All of you guys, thank you so much. Y'all just, it feels, the support and the encouragement and the showering of love, just, I don't have words to describe how it feels. And when you're out here and you're struggling and you're living in a van, all of that just means so much and keeps me going so much. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And it frees me up mental bandwidth to concentrate on the things that I can do to give back. And that is, I believe, writing my books and doing more helpful videos and taking care of this one down here who just growled at me again. And I got so excited I sat up over that. But anyway, 7. I'm doing 7 mini meetups in 2020. So here's the states that they're going to be in. And as I get closer to the time, I will let you know on YouTube and on social media. I say social media, I post on Instagram, and that automatically broadcasts to Twitter and to Facebook. I don't log on to Facebook. And so I think people, I hope no one on there is getting offended that I'm not answering if you're leaving comments or something. I don't go on to Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and Instagram bought out Facebook, or vice versa, and so they feed each other. And I just can't go on to Facebook. It depresses me and gives me anxiety, and I learn things about people I wish I didn't know, and so I just don't go there. It's just it's toxic for me. So anyway. Instagram feeds social media, feeds Facebook. And so I put stuff on Instagram, and so you'll see it on Facebook, and I'll let you know. But 7 meetups. Oh, Marie, thank you. I'm not getting a notice. I can't move. I'm not getting a notice. I'm going to see if he'll let me move. We'll see how it goes, y'all. Hang on. Um, let's see how this goes. I'm going to see if he'll let me move because I need to do something. I can't move. Can you hear him growling at me? I can't move. So I'm not getting any PayPal notices. I'm sorry. But Marie, thank you so much. You said that you sent me something. So if you put something on PayPal tonight, not through a super chat tip, please let me know. I can't get to my phone to see because my dog has me quarantined. Let's see. Freedom Dove, I don't agree with that. A lot of people don't do PayPal, and both of them are equally great. But so I don't want anybody not doing a super chat tip based on what somebody says about PayPal. Both are good, and I appreciate both. Do whatever works for you if you're wanting to do something in that way. I'm not saying one's better than the other. No, Isabelle, I don't want anybody feeling like that. Do whatever works for you, and all of the above is good. So thank you, though. Let's see. Let's see. What else? No, that also is not true, Freedom Dove. Let's let that go, okay? Change that subject. Let's see. Okay, so the 2020 meetups are going to be in, and like I said, I'll let you guys know as soon as I can where they are. And Freedom Dove, I need to come back and say that may be true about it getting to me faster, but the fee may not be any different. And so yes, it does get to me faster through PayPal, but it doesn't matter to me. I just don't want people feeling like they should have done something differently, and that's not what this channel is about. I'm grateful for anything and everything there. Okay, so here's the states that I'm going to be in: Alabama, Florida. These are where I'm having mini meetups. New York, Ohio, Arkansas, New Mexico, and Nevada. So see, it's going to be all over the country. And so if you're in anywhere close to those 7 states, and if one of Robert, could you type those out for me again? I'm probably saying it too fast. Alabama, Florida, New York, Ohio, Arkansas, New Mexico, and Nevada. There's no way anybody can type that fast, so never mind. But anyway, if you're in those areas, I will be announcing mini meetups, and I know those are big states, and so it might not be close to where you are, but that would be awesome, and that way I get to meet more viewers, and I hopefully get to people don't have to travel as far. And I'm on the fence about my meetup in Quartzsite, and the reason is because it's so much for me to do, and I don't have volunteers. I had people that signed up this last year to help me, and some within 4 days of the event canceled and said I can't be there, and I get that things happen, but then it fell on me, and I just can't do that. I want to have my meetup, but I need people that will commit to volunteering for specific things. And so I guess what I need to know is, do people want to come to my Quartzsite, Arizona meetup? Is that a venue that people are really looking forward to, that people will want to attend? And if so, I will push and push and push to get the volunteers that I need. And it's also quite expensive. The out-of-pocket expenses for this year's meetup was about $350. And so I am willing to do that, but only if I know that people are wanting to come. So I've got 7 mini meetups throughout 2020, and I need to know about my December KOKO annual gathering. Do you guys want to come to that or not? So be giving me feedback on that. I'll be asking again as I go down the road, and I just want to know. Larry says he would come. Oh, Elizabeth, I hope not. We'll see. Yes, Robert, that was out of pocket expenses. Arkansas, I need to check on a few things, Tony. I'm not really sure exactly, but it'll probably be around Harrison, I'm guessing. I'm not sure, though. Upstate New York, yes. Ohio, yes. I'm trying to go back. Oh, look at Robert. You did it. You typed him out. Thank you. Sue, I'm sorry, but email me and let me know where you are. We might can work something out. I'm not sure about where in Nevada yet. Kathy, I have a couple of options. So email me and let me know what your preference is. And that's okay, Freedom Dove. No worries. I just don't want to discourage anyone from helping me out however works best for them. No worries. And no, that is absolutely not true about the 30%. I can tell you that. Let's see. What else? Okay. I think I'm good. Do we have it all? I don't know, you guys. I got a little lost. North Fork Lake. I don't know what that means, Tony. North Fork Lake where? What state? I already forgot. Let's see. So, okay. So 7 mini meetups and possibly still holding, it'll be my 4th annual meetup in Quartzsite. And I really want to hold it, but it depends on whether or not I get people to help me with all the things that go on during the meetup. And so what I would need is a volunteer that was responsible, for example, for the raffle, a volunteer that was responsible for the fire circle, because it's used as also entertainment area at night and classes during the day. And so that has to be shuffled around, and someone, I get somebody for the potluck, get someone to come up with fire bowls, get someone to be in charge of presentations and classes. I mean, there's just so many different things. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but I made a list the other day, and it's like I would need like 10 volunteers. So y'all let me know what you think. And let's see what else. Where and when in Ohio? Carrie Jo, I don't know. I'll have to let y'all know as time goes by and it gets closer. And because I would have to look at my spreadsheet, and I'm constantly already having to adjust my travel schedule based on my health as I go along. And I don't know exactly what part of Ohio my friend lives in where I'm going through. I'd have to go look. And so I'm not trying to just ignore you guys or not answer you, but those are the kind of things that I don't retain in my head. It's kind of like, I don't want to scare anybody, but I'm kind of doing this trip by braille as I go along. And I don't know. But as soon as I know, and I'll give you enough time for you guys to make plans, I'll let you know the dates. And if I can lock it down to tighter than that, I'll let you know. How am I doing health-wise? Pretty good. I'm taking it one day at a time. I do feel loved, Isabelle. Thank you. And that super chat tip you sent is a show of that. It really is. I breathe all the time, Sandra. It's a good thing. Breathing is a good deal. Thank you, Freedom Dove. And see, and that's the thing. I can't have, I have to have volunteers that can absolutely commit to being there. I know you can't help family emergencies and everything, but I mean, when you get there, there's always things to do and ways to help out. But I mean, as far as being in charge of something, I need to know that somebody's really planning on being there and is willing to take that ball and run with it. So if you think you might be able to help out, email me. And that's right, I'm only naming states right now, not cities. I hadn't made that distinction. Peaches is a friend, and she speaks Debra. So she's translating for me to you guys. So if, no problem, Freedom Dove, I sure hope you can make it. But I'm just saying, anybody can help out with anything. But the volunteers that I need them to be there and be in charge. And Dennis, you a coffee cash. Thank you, my darling. You spoil me. All of you guys do, and I'll take you up on it. I tell you, every little bit helps. Thank you. What month in Quartzsite? My annual meeting in Quartzsite is always in early December. This year, I think Robert, you can put down the dates. If I hold it, what the dates are going to be, I have already narrowed in on that. And the only reason that I wouldn't hold it is if I don't get volunteers to step up. Bottom line. So if you think that you can help and be a volunteer to be in charge of something, please email me. If I get I'll just make that commitment. I'm kind of backtracking here, but I'll make that commitment. If I get enough volunteers that are willing to be in charge of the things that I need taken care of, I will hold the 4th annual Quartzsite meeting in Arizona, and it is going to be called a 2020 KOKO gathering, and then 2021 and so forth. And so that's what we'll do. So email me. There you go, Robert. Thank you. And let's see what else. I'm so happy and I'm so relieved that I have a little bit of breathing room for this trip. Thank you, guys. I'll be here every Friday night live, and well, every Friday night that I am camped where I have signal. You can count on a Friday night live chat. I think that's it for tonight. I love you guys. Thank you. I had a challenging day today, and but between changing my schedule and doing some self-care and the tips you gave me to take care of him tonight, and the super chat tips, and just the connection with you guys, y'all are lovely. Thank you. I am feeling so much better, and that's it. I think I'm done for the night, and I will see y'all next Friday, and I'll see you on my channel, and if you're a patron, I'll see you on there. I love you. Bye, everybody. Oh, no, I got to get to the phone to turn it off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Y'all don't watch. This might go really bad. Y'all don't watch. Okay, I got to go. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Shoot, I gotta remember, pitch a pillow. All right, so I throw, but see, I gotta be careful about my laptop. Okay, I can close my laptop because that's only to see you guys. So, because I don't want anything to happen to my laptop. And I can lay this down so it doesn't fall. I can put as much, I can put my, I'm so sorry. I really meant to log off, but I gotta do this very carefully. And I don't want anything to happen to my laptop. I've already killed one. All right. Oh, and I have this. That can help. This will protect me. So I'm going to get his attention. Okay, here's what I'm fixing to do, you guys. This is my tray top, TV tray top, and it serves as my desk on my lap too. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to throw this to the corner of the bed and get his attention, and then I'm going to put this between me. I'm going to turn it this way though, so those things don't poke him. I'm going to put this between me and him, and then I'm going to reach up and turn the phone off. So I don't know how this is going to go, and I won't get to talk to you again once I start this. So here we go. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, Bandit. What? Oh, good boy. Okay, bye, everybody. I'm up. Have a good night.